Hey, this is Neil's on Dynasty. Please like, share, and subscribe. Buy some silver, some platinum, and some crystallized osmium. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. Don't listen to me. Everything I say is to be taken as bullshit. Now I got all the disclaimers out of the way. This is what I wanted to talk about. I'm just looking at this EBT thing out here only in California. I don't know about the rest of the nation. And I'm like, everyone got cut off, and now new federal guidelines, of course, as well it should be, is stating that everyone should have to reapply, which they do, and that only American citizens will get it. So I'm thinking to myself, no news station is talking about how many billions of dollars the state of California is saving every month by not giving social taxpayer funded programs to those who are not even US citizens. So since no one's talking about it, and I see a big push for the Republicans here in California, I'm thinking to myself, there might be a chance, and I'm seeing a pathway. As I see pathways, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I see a pathway because of things not being talked about. As soon as if we do change over to more of a Republican governorship, rather than a Democrat governorship, I could see a surplus the first year of Republican governorship just by turning out the numbers. Because right now I think we're 86 billion in the hole out here in California. And I don't know exactly, I haven't done the research, but I know we spend billions a month on Medicaid, Medi-Cal, and food stamps for undocumented humans. And so now, because of this new federal guidelines that have been put out, and the government was shut down, everyone who reapplies has to prove citizenship. So the money that's going to be saved from that's not being talked about on a monthly basis, savings that'll be coming up, should more than suffice for the $86 billion that California has a shortfall on our budget. And it also should decrease a lot of other services, which will increase our budget and give us even more of a surplus. So I am seeing a possibility of California going from this year having an $86 billion deficit to probably by the end of 2027, we could have like $100 billion surplus, all being done just by taking out fraud out of the system. And being out here in California, I'm used to paying whatever taxes they take from us. So, but now those taxes aren't being used for the purposes, the fraudulent purposes they were being used for. They're still being taken, which means there's extra revenue, which means that there should be a positive cash flow for the state of California in the very near future. So whoever's in power, most likely a Republican, it's going to make them look very, very good. And I'm only wanting to do this live stream now so that way it's documented that this is what I see, possibly a pathway. Well, I see a pathway. It's possible that it might happen of the Democrat Party being crushed out here in California because numbers not being let out of the savings from fraud on all these taxpayer-funded social systems and services that have been getting taken advantage of by non-citizens. And that's basically all I had to say. Not much, as I said, but I wanted to get it out there because it was on my brain, because we're also cutting giving illegals licenses, which is a good thing because you need that to vote, which is also a good thing because now the illegals don't have licenses to vote, which is also illegal. So there's a lot of good and a lot of savings, more importantly, because everyone is saying how they're hurting. Well, we're hurting because we're not spending money efficiently and effectively. That just changed. Give it 2 months so we should see the ramifications of that change. But that's all I had to say. I hope you guys have a great work week. Be safe. Buy some platinum.